The first official practices of the Lincoln Riley era at USC is in the rearview mirror. In this video, we will go over what we learned about USC's new system through 1 week of spring football practices. We will go over USC new starting quarterback Caleb Williams, the most exciting position battles in the spring, and which areas USC needs to improve for this upcoming season. Stay tuned.
Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world?
Caleb Williams has seamlessly stepped into a leadership role for his new team. He might have taken a wrong turn into his first USC practice.
This way, right here.
But the Trojans' new QB1 has looked completely at ease at the head of his new offense. Teammates are already raving about him, and his gravitational pull within the program is so powerful. Stanford transfer running back Austin Jones described Caleb as a baller, a leader, and last but not least, an alpha. These qualifications should come as no surprise after Williams smoothly took the QB1 position from Spencer Rattler last year at Oklahoma as a true freshman. He now has the benefit of going through an entire spring and summer to establish himself at USC. Now for the running back competition. Oregon transfer Travis Dye has a prolific pedigree, but USC may not have a clear lead in the running back room until fall. Spring reps at running back don't mean much. Until it's full contact, evaluating the backfield could be difficult. What we do know is that USC has more all-purpose talent right now than it did all last season. That starts off with Dye, who left Oregon for USC after Coach Riley pitched him to come down and produce in California. Both him and Stanford transfer Austin Jones has shown early that they are reliable in the backfield, whether it's rushing or pass catching. Combined, they bring 150 career receptions to USC. That versatility should only be more of a weapon when five-star running back Ralik Brown enters the mix this upcoming fall. Riley's approach at the running back position has varied over the past couple of seasons. For instance, last season at Oklahoma, he used Kennedy Brooks as a 3-down workhorse. This season, the backfield is shaping up to be more of a balanced approach. Which now brings me to our next competition battle, the wide receivers. USC has added 3 transfers to help the receiver room. And so far, all 3 have been fixtures in the 2 deep to start off the spring. You have Mario Williams, who is lightning quick. You then have Brendan Rice, who is an impressive physical specimen. And last but not least, Terrell Bynum, who falls somewhere between both those guys. The question isn't so much whether those guys will play, but how many returners will factor in the rotation. Gary Bryant seems sure to curve out a role, while Taj Washington has earned early praise. Freshman CJ Williams clearly has the talent to make an impact. A bunch of the other guys will be fighting this upcoming spring and fall camp to see who can get on the field. This competition is probably as wide open as it can get. And now for the areas that has room to improve, which brings me to 2 of the top recruits from last year's class. Defensive end Corey Foreman and linebacker Rajon Davis, the crown jewels of USC's 2021 recruiting class. They have a long way to go. I mean, they were 2 of the top players, not in only USC's recruiting class, but in the nation. But after disappointing freshman seasons at USC, both have glaring questions to answer during their sophomore year. Neither has put their best foot forward just yet. Foreman has been limited with injuries so far this spring, which is robbing him out of crucial time to learn USC's new defense. Davis, on the other hand, has been healthy, but established this week that he's got some maturing to do, according to linebackers coach Bryant. USC desperately needs both players to mature and get better and build off their freshman season. The jury's still out whether they'll live up to expectations, but in my opinion, both those guys will have breakout seasons. And for another area for room to improve is up front, the offensive linemen. USC only has 13 scholarship offensive linemen. That's not ideal. Of those 13, only 8 or so are linemen USC would trust right now to play in the game. That's not good. That's simply not enough depth to take into a season. With that in mind, upcoming decision for 5-star offensive tackle Josh Connerly Jr. looms large. A top prospect like Connerly can make an immediate impact on the line with unanswered questions on the edges. Virginia transfer Bobby Haskins was supposed to help, but he's been limited to start spring with a foot injury. And there you have it, a small update of USC after a couple practices for spring ball. Comment below what you think of this USC's team after these couple of practices. As we all know, Caleb Williams is the QB1. The running back room has a lot of talent. We'll see who will come out on top after spring camp and fall camp. In the receiver room, Caleb Williams has a bunch of options, but we'll see who will be the top 3 in the rotation. And last but not least, areas to improve. We know that they're thin up front on the offensive line. Like I mentioned, there's a 5-star out there and make things change. But comment below your thoughts and if you think this team is for real or they have a lot of building to do. While you're at it, leave a like. And like I always say, if you love college football or college football recruiting, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now because it's free. But until next time,